Hi friends, welcome to Yoga on Location with Ruby. I'm Ruby. I'm practicing with you today from my home in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I'm so glad you're here practicing with us wherever you are in the world. A reminder to only do what feels good for you and your body and to take care of yourself. I've got a quick yoga flow for you today, and it's almost February, and we are going to take a little time to focus on the love we give ourselves today. Grab whatever props that you might want or need, and you don't have to have any, but you're always welcome to bring some to help you enjoy your practice more. Begin in an easy seat, and then either close your eyes or soften your gaze and begin to deepen your breath, leaving behind whatever you had going on off the mat. Leave it behind for now. We're going to take a little bit of time in our practice today to focus on love for ourselves. Take your right hand and place it over your heart, and then take your left hand and place it on top of your right hand. As you breathe, feel your heart beating beneath your palms. Imagine with every beat, warmth and love flowing through your entire being. With every inhale, I want you to think of breathing in gratitude. Gratitude for who you are, all of your unique qualities, and all of the love that you have in your life. As you exhale, feel the love inside you go out into the world. Taking a few moments to feel gratitude for ourselves, love for ourselves, so that then we can in turn send that love out to others. It begins inside of us. When you're ready, open your eyes if they were closed. Release your palms from your heart and bring the soles of your feet together, coming into butterfly pose. Sit up nice and tall, thighs firming down to the ground, crown reaching toward the sky, and your hands can be wherever feels good to you. Maybe they're in a bind around your toes, maybe they're grabbing your heels. Begin to gently flap your butterfly wings up and down, warming up those hip joints. And find some stillness, and on an exhale, bend your elbows and hinging forward at your hips, come into a fold, finally releasing your crown toward the floor, maybe walking your palms out to get a little bit of a deeper stretch. On an inhale, walk it back up or rise back up. An option to come into a balancing Baddha Konasana for a few moments. Otherwise, just sitting up nice and tall. And release and cross out your shins. Come forward to tabletop position. Wrists under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Top of your feet pressing down into the mat. Core is engaged, looking straight down between our palms. On an inhale, raise your left heel toward the sky. Option 2, reach your right hand out in front of you like you're going to shake someone's hand. Shoulders are away from our ears, keeping that core nice and engaged. And begin to pulse your left heel up toward the ceiling. Pressing away from the yoga mat, being careful not to crash into our left hand here. Pressing down through all of our fingerprints to help take pressure out of that wrist. All right, on an inhale, reach your heel a little higher. And then option 2, look back over your right shoulder and maybe reach back, grab that left foot with your right hand and come into tiger pose. Pressing your foot into your hand, reaching up through your thigh, keeping your spine nice and long. Exhale, release. And let's do that same thing on the other side. Inhale, reach your right heel up toward the sky. Option 2, bring that left hand out in front of us, reaching forward. Again, like we're going to shake someone's hand. And then begin to pulse your right heel toward the sky, drawing navel to spine. Then find a little stillness. Inhale, lift your heel a little higher. And then option 2, look over the left shoulder. Grab that foot with that hand and come into tiger. Exhale, release. Inhale, curl your toes under. Walk your palms forward and out just a little bit. Spread those fingers nice and wide. And on an exhale, send your tailbone up and back. Downward facing dog. And take a moment to pedal it out. Looking either up toward our navel or between our shins. Heels reaching toward the mat. Maybe they touch, maybe they don't. Breathe in gratitude, breathe out love. And then on an inhale, 3-legged dog, raise your right leg high, keep those hips level. On an inhale, squeeze it up and through, and rise up, high lunge. Almost toward the sky. Core is engaged. Exhale, open up, warrior 2. Pressing down through the knife edge of that back foot. Facing out past our fingertips. Inhale, straighten that front knee. Turn your toes in. Exhale, bring your hands to your waist. Inhale, stand up nice and tall, dropping your shoulders away from your ears, bringing your shoulder blades in and together. And then on an exhale, begin hinging forward at your hips, coming into wide-legged forward fold. When you get halfway down, drop your palms under your shoulders and then release your crown down toward the ground. Maybe walk your palms back in line with your arches. Feel free to take a headstand here if that is in your practice. Otherwise, just holding for a couple breaths. Then walk your palms back out in line with your shoulders. On an inhale, bring them to your waist and rise up. Standing, wide-legged. Exhale, warrior two toward the back of your mat. Tucking that tailbone, reaching up through the crown of our head. Inhale, pivot on that back foot. High lunge toward the back of your mat. That heel nice and lifted off the ground. Thighs are engaged. Exhale, rain it down, plant the palms, step it back to plank. And then inhale, send it up and back, downward facing dog. Take a little movement if that feels good. Come to stillness. Turn your toes in slightly, and then inhale, raise your left leg up high. Inhale, step it through, rise up, high lunge. Exhale, open out warrior two. Trying to get that right, your left leg. Trying to get your left thigh perpendicular to the mat. All right, parallel to the mat. Ooh, I cannot mats today, y'all. Right, being careful not to lean too far forward or back. Inhale, straighten that left leg. Turn those toes in. Exhale, bring your hands to your waist. Just anything you need to. Inhale, lift up nice and tall through the crown of your head. Exhale, begin to hinge forward at your hips. Again, keeping those shoulder blades drawing together. When you get halfway, release your palms to the mat under your shoulders. And then relax your head down. Maybe walk your palms back. Maybe take a headstand or a tripod headstand here, if that is in your practice. Feeling that stretch in our hamstrings. Feeling that stretch. All right. Walk your palms back under your shoulders. Bring your hands to your waist and inhale, rise up. And exhale, open out to warrior two toward the front of your mat. Inhale, pivot on that back foot. High lunge. Exhale, rain it down. Plant your palms, step it back to plank. And this time, take a vinyasa, any vinyasa that feels good to you. Okay, whether that's chaturanga to up dog, lowering to the belly and going into baby cobra. I'm going to meet you in downward facing dog. On an inhale, lift your right leg up, bend your knee, and then open your right hip, stacking it above your left hip, pressing into both palms equally still. And then begin drawing some circles one way and then the other with your right knee. Level your hips. On an inhale, straighten that knee and raise your right leg up a little higher. Exhale, lower. And then we're going to do the same thing with the left leg. On an inhale, raise your left leg up high. Bend that knee, stack it over your right hip. And then begin drawing circles one way and then the other. Level those hips back. Straighten that left leg. Inhale, lift a little higher. Exhale, lower. Inhale, bring your stomach towards your thighs. And on an exhale, hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, rise up, mountain. Exhale, hands to heart. Turn sideways on your mat if you would like. Technical difficulties. Okay. If you want to turn and face me on your mat, you can. We're going to do a little tree pose on each side. So feet together, chest lifting up toward our thumbs. Breathing in that gratitude, breathing out that love. Tailbone is tucked, core is engaged. Find a spot out in front of you, a drishti, for balance. And then on an inhale, feel your left heel off the ground and then bend that knee, coming to one-legged mountain, one-legged Tadasana. Being careful not to crash into your right standing leg, but to keep those hips level. Inhale, reach down if your foot needs a little help getting to your right thigh. You can use your hand to guide it. And then pressing your foot into your thigh into your foot. Or maybe you are keeping your toes on the ground today like a little kickstand. Maybe you're going to rest it on a block. Maybe you rest it on your shin. The only place we don't want it is on our knee, right? Protect those knee joints. Okay. Once here, you can take whatever hand position, arm position you would like. Maybe prayer position behind your back. Maybe look up. Maybe close your eyes. And then inhale, release. Exhale, bring that foot down, and we're going to try it on the other side. So again, feet together. Lifting up through the crown of our head, our tailbone's tucked, our core is engaged. Keeping our hips level. Inhale, heel that right heel up. And begin raising that right knee, coming into one-legged mountain, Tadasana. Notice how this side might feel a little bit different. All right. Inhale, use your right hand to guide your right foot if you need to. Again, taking whatever foot variation you want, opening your hip out to this, or yeah, you're opening your hip. So pulling your thigh back. And then taking whatever hand position you want. Inhale, release back to one-legged mountain. Exhale, release all the way to the ground. Shake it out. If you are sideways on your mat, come back to the front. Inhale, reach up. Maybe slide back, bend. And then exhale, rain it down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Whatever hand version you want to take here is fine. Shoulders away from our ears, core is engaged. Exhale, fold, plant your palms, step or hop it back to plank. And then drop your knees and exhale, child's pose. Your knees can be either together or as wide as the yoga mat. Your fingertips can be reaching forward. You could even dome the palms, or you can go ahead and bring your hands back by your feet. Taking a rest in child's pose and breathing in a deep breath of gratitude. Exhale, feeling that love spread out all around you. Also option, this is a really good place to use a block on our forehead. You need the ground to come up to you a little bit. You need a little more space. And then inhale, rise up, come through to staff pose. So reaching our legs out in front of us, sitting up nice and tall, flexing our toes toward our face. Our shoulders are away from our ears. Our core is nice and engaged. Our thighs are firming down. Inhale, reach up, raising our hands above our head. And then exhale, forward fold, again, hinging at those hips. Feel free to bend your knees as generously as you want. And then exhale, deeper, bringing your nose toward your knees. And stay here for a couple breaths. Inhale, roll it up. Bring your hands out in front of you, point those toes. Maybe do a little Charlie's Angels grip. And then exhale, roll it down slowly, one vertebra at a time, until finally you come to rest on your back. Adjust yourself if you need to on your mat. Stretch your hands above your head, point your toes, and get a big stretch. Exhale, hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a great big hug. Maybe rock back and forth. Maybe bring your nose up towards your knees. Exhale, release your feet to the mat. Bring your arms out into T shape. And then we're going to twist to one side and then the other. So inhale, raise both your knees up. Exhale, drop your knees to one side, whichever side, toward the ground. Look over your opposite shoulder, keeping your shoulders on the ground. Inhale back to center, and then exhale, take it over to the other side. Inhale back to center. Release your feet down to the mat. If you did a headstand earlier in our sequence, then take a few moments to come into a plow shoulder stand combo here. That's a good counter pose for headstand. And if you did not do that, I'm going to go ahead and come into Shavasana. If you're doing plow shoulder stand, we will meet you in Shavasana. Straighten one foot down and then the other foot down. Open your palms up toward the sky. And feel your body relax into the mat. Deepening our breath, no tension in our jaw. Let it go. No tension in our shoulders. Let it go. Coming into complete relaxation. Stay here as long as you want. Feel free to pause the video. When you're ready, I'm going to begin to come out of Shavasana by finding a little movement. And take your left hand and place it over your heart. Put your right hand on top of your left hand. And feel your heart beating. Notice how you're feeling. I hope that you're feeling gratitude and love for yourself. Gratitude that you showed up for yourself today on the yoga mat. That love and compassion and kindness that you give to others. That you've taken the time to feel for yourself today intentionally. And as you go forward into the rest of your day, I want you to carry this feeling of love and gratitude for yourself with you. Bring your palms together, thumbs up to your third eye. I am so grateful that you practiced with me today. I thank you. I love you all. Namaste.